Hi, this is Sophia Dom, one of your hosts of Nonny. I'm back with another book review this time. Well, I'm sticking with Magaret Atwood. I gave you The Handmaid's Tale. This is a follow-up to that. This is The Testaments. Now, this only came out last year, whereas The Handmaid's Tale came out back in the 80s. So it took nearly 30 years for Magaret Atwood to put out a sequel. And this picks up, I don't know if you know about The Handmaid's Tale. Of course, it's a hit series which is on Hulu and, of course, Channel 4 here in the UK. But this picks up about 20 years after the initial tale of The Handmaid's Tale. I'm trying not to give you spoilers. And of course, it talks about this dystopian universe where women are made to be handmaids, where they are made to have, the poor women are made to have children for the sort of upper class, middle class women. And our main character, Offred, well, does she come back? I can't tell you that. But it picks up about 20 years later and continues the story of Gilead, this dystopian universe where this all took place, and the story of the handmaids. Like I said, I'm not into spoilers. I'm not here to do that for you, but this is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It is quite a hard read, as The Handmaid's Tale was. It can be quite scary, but I think the one thing that I thought was brilliant about this is that both these books are really of our time. Even though The Handmaid's Tale was written back in the 80s, this obviously was more recent, so easier to be of our time. But it talks about, things that we've been scared of happening and things that have happened over the period of 30 years. And also this dystopian universe. Yes, we don't live in a dystopian universe, but a lot of decisions maybe for women have been taken out of their hands and perhaps made by men. And so that's been really ably captured by Magaret Atwood. And I thought this quote at the beginning of the book is brilliant, where she says, before you enter their world, you might want to arm yourself with these thoughts. The first, knowledge is power. And second, history does not repeat itself, but it rhymes. And that's really pertinent for reading these two books. So this is The Testaments, a follow-up to The Handmaid's Tale by Magaret Atwood. Definitely worth a read. Hope you're loving my book reviews. I'd love to know what you guys are reading. If any recommendations for me, please do let me know. Otherwise, you can hit me up on social media. I am Afia the Scot. Take care, stay safe.